So let's continue working on this simulation. So let's take a look in the sparse solver itself. So these temperatures we need to look at. So the reference temperature here, as you can see, it's a temperature corresponding to the value of 1 in the temperature field. So we import the temperature here, and the values there are from 0 to 1. So we need to tell it, in terms of Kelvin, in real world temperatures, what that 1 represents. And so you can, use real world data. You can do some research into the type of fire that you've got, and kind of just set that in here. What kind of temperature is, a big explosion or a candle or whatever, and just set that in there. Okay, so I'll put 2000 for that. That needs to correspond. So I'm going to remember this is 300 and 2000. Come in here to my multi-field of the visualization, and then put the same values here. So that was 300 and 2000 there. Okay, so the ambient temperature and the reference temperature. Okay, just while I'm here as well, I'm gonna take a look at the the emission scale. So just the strength. This won't affect the simulation itself. It's just for visualization, right? Set that to 15 there. I'm gonna bring this range in, so from 0.1 to 0.2, and then the density, let's push that up to 10. Okay, so we can see the smoke a bit better as well. Again, this is purely visualization. Okay, so we can see what's going on basically. So back into the solver itself. Let's see what else we can turn this on to single project or double. If we take a look, it just again helps with the vortex retainment, so kind of adding in some velocity where it's lost with pressure. Okay. Other things which are quite important here in the flames tab, we have smoke emission adding temperature. So that's, as a result of fire, fire is hot, so it's going to add temperature back into the simulation. And then we've got expansion as well, which would kind of give you some, it's kind of, if you use the other pyro solver, it's the gas released, right? But I'm not going to use that, but I'm going to emit smoke and add temperature. Okay, and with the temperature, I'm going to set this, well, it's already set to pull, but I'm going to push it up to 10, so it's, adding a, pushing towards the temperature of the fire a bit stronger. And the smoke I'm just going to leave as it is. And then what else in the shape? I'm going to turn off the dissipation for now. That we'll add with microsolvers later. What else in the advanced tab? Let's see, we'll add another substep, just 2 should be fine. We don't really have any, well, we don't have moving colliders. We will have a collider later, but nothing too fast. So 2 should be enough for our case. Padding, I'm going to bring that down a bit tighter. So that's padding in terms of the resizing, the active region. Okay, you have some padding with that. So this should save us some simulation time. If you start to see kind of, if you remember this active region, we can't see it now. Maybe if I simulate one frame, we'll see it. You'll start to see the edges, kind of the smoke kind of blocking up to the edge of these. If I set this to smooth shaded, so yeah, if there's not enough padding here, you'll start to see the fire and the smoke kind of going up against these edges, and you'll see weird kind of angular shapes in your fire or your smoke. Okay, so in that case, you just need to raise the padding there. But I'm going to leave it down for the moment. We might need to raise it later, but that's fine. So maybe let's give ourselves a bit of resolution. I'm going to set it maybe to 0.05. I also want to copy this. Where are we? Copy parameter and go back into our source. Oops. And paste that into the volume rasterize attributes, into the voxel size. There we go, so that we have the same size volumes being sourced as the actual simulation itself. Yeah, leave that. go back into here. So yeah, we'll try with 0.05 for the moment. Go back into the camera and let's do a flipbook of that. See what we get. Let's just do. I might stop it before 120 frames, but you know, we'll see how it goes. Let me before that goes, I'm pressing escape here. I don't want to see that active region thing. It's kind of annoying. So let me cancel that. Go back here and just turn that off. There we go. Let's go back into full screen and click that again. Right, so that flipbook is done. So let's take a look at what we like, what we don't like. So I'm looking at the edge here and kind of the speed of it growing, which I kind of like. You know, that's what we expected from the source. You can see it kind of growing and going up, kind of climbing up the walls here, which is nice, spreading at the side. That kind of flashing at the start, I think it's just because I cancelled this sim and started it again. It's a bit weird, but I don't think that will be in the final. Obviously, we need to add in some microsolvers to get some nicer shapes. These kind of plumes of smoke are all very round. You know, we'll see more detail with more resolution, but still, you can see that it's pretty kind of. You know, they're all kind of the same, get these kind of mushroom looking things. The same for the flames themselves as well. They all kind of just look like straight lines going up here. So we're going to add some microsolvers to work on the flames and the smoke and a few other little tricks. Also, we need to add a collider. So add up the actual corridor geometry so that we have the fire colliding with these walls here and the smoke as well. And all around here, that should add a lot to our simulation.